Lost Lad London Volume 3 Review. Student Al Radley, suspected of murdering the mayor of London on a Central Line train, is currently being sheltered by grizzled veteran detective inspector Ellis, who believes the young man has been framed by the real murderer. Accident prone Ellis is still walking London on crutches and with a neck brace, so his younger colleagues are doing much of the legwork in investigating. A flashback to 5 years ago take us into the King household and show us how much his son Royce looked up to his father and respected his hard work ethic. We see father and son out for a walk together, skimming paper darts across the lake, and now the paper darts are shown in the first panels at the very beginning of Lost Lad London, take on the very new significance for the reader. Inspector Grant is currently masterminding the case, but under pressure from the higher-ups, he's in a hurry to get results. Ellis is still haunted by a case from his younger days, in which he gives in to pressure to do likewise, resulting in a wrongful conviction and a tragic outcome. But Al is being stalked probably by the murderer, and Inspector Grant, still convinced that he's guilty, is planning to bring him in for questioning, and then to arrest him. The foreshadowing of Lost Lad London has been almost too successful, as a trap that Ellis has set out for the mayor's murderer begins to close. It stirs feelings in the reader, not so much who is it, but more will it strike again, and what really is their true motivation. This last question is the one that is answered, although rather perfunctorily, and all feels a little underwritten, as long Shima Shinya was under editorial pressure to swiftly resolve the mystery, although the denouement itself is undeniably effectively delivered. However, it's the characters and the mangaka's distinctive art that makes Lost Lad London such a good read, and given that it wraps in only 3 volumes, the central spiky relationship between Al and Ellis is believably developed, compelling, and what it kept me reading to the end. The other main thread that in some ways is more dominant than the murder itself is that of racial prejudice. For the Chinese restaurant owners who employs Al as a part-time to another younger member of Alice's team, Safa, who wears a hijab, not forgetting Yuki, Alice's long-time college, all have experienced racial prejudice in one way or another, and the women in the department are also at the receiving end of a different but equally insidious kind of prejudice. Even though this is fiction, this aspect makes especially irrelevant reading very sadly and can fail to remind UK readers of recent highly disturbing revelations about some male members of the Metropolitan Police. It's a shame that, apart from the cover art, there are no color images in this volume, as the mangaka's use of color is as different and distinctive as her use of black and white. The glossy page at the front is merely a title page, followed by a list of contents. It feels like a wasted opportunity, but the suburban London street scenes and tube stations convince, as before, lending the story an air of greedy for her city. The translation for Yen Press is yet again by Eleanor Root Sommers and aided by Abigail Blackman's lettering makes this an effortless read. Despite the minor reservations I mentioned, this is still a gripping read, and had love for it to have continued for another volume. The characters Shima Shinya has created feel very real, and I wonder if she might consider returning at some stage with another London-based case for Detective Inspector Ellis to solve. I definitely want to read that. Failing that, I'll be keen to read Glitch, her latest series, Big Hint, 8 out of 10.